At Rinderle Door, culture is incredibly important, along with speed of delivery and quality and experience. Culture is one of those things that makes customers keep coming back and back and back, builds a strong team, and it makes it just a much more fun and enjoyable atmosphere to come to work in. So that's why we focused on what we call the Rinderle Door Oath. And that is something that we put together. It's a 10-point oath that covers the culture of our company and how each one of us needs to act within the company. Here it is. Number one is to serve others and to be a team player. So what that means is basically you take the focus off yourself. Nobody likes an ego, and if somebody claims all the credit, that builds resentment and creates an emotional separation between two people. So to be a team player, it means to encourage others. It means to think of how you can grow and develop the people around you and how you can succeed as a team. Leadership is really not a position, it's just a way of life, and it's how you act and conduct yourself. So having a servant attitude will carry you much, much further in life than stealing all the credit and being somebody that wants all the attention on them. So team player, serve others.
So number two would be provide customers with an amazing experience. And that kind of ties back into number one, that serve others. The customers, that's part of the others. The amazing experience. I tell our new recruits that we're not in a door business, we're in the customer service business. We just happen to use doors to deliver that to the customer. So customer service is number one. Providing for them everything they can, adapting your style to, or our service or our business to what they desire. You go to the restaurant and you see no substitutions allowed on the bottom of the menu. That's not us. We're the top of the line, fancy restaurant who will give you anything you desire. That amazing experience, that's what's gonna bring the customers back. That's what's gonna have them tell all the people they know around them who we are, what we do, and that they absolutely need to call Rinderle Door when they have any door issues. There's no question about it. Custom tailor our customer service to exactly what they desire.
So number three is to communicate clearly and effectively. So communication can happen through your words, through your body language, through your writing, written communication. And so if you can be as accurate and concise as possible, that is going to take the message either from another coworker back to the office, from a customer to a vendor, from each other, and erring on the side of more communication rather than less communication is always the better way to go, and communicate along the way. You need to tell people what's going on, you need to keep people updated, you need to let them know how you feel about things as well. So if something's bothering you, communicate that and bring that to somebody that can do something about it, and communicate to each other. The worst thing is to not write something down that a customer said was very important and that doesn't get conveyed back through the channels and through the process, and then the customer doesn't get what they want and they feel that they weren't heard, they feel like they're disrespected, and they feel like they don't matter. So communication makes people feel that they matter.
Number four is be thorough and accurate. And that's for everybody in the company, from office, technicians, the warehouse. It's crucially important to be thorough, that you're catching everything, looking over, every task that you do needs to be going over completely, make sure that you've got all the details going forward, that accuracy, making sure your numbers are right, your language is right. As that gets communicated, as that goes through the flow of the work process, that all needs to be perfect so that in the end, the customer gets the perfect product.
Number five is to do my job with pride and ownership. Every single person in this company that has contact with a customer is a direct representation of the company. So collectively, we've always had pride and took tremendous pride in what we do and the product that we put out into the field. So when we're done with the job, let's say it's a service call, we're done with the job, we actually put a sticker on the door and the technician that does that job signs their name on it. When we put a quote out into to a customer, the salesperson writes their name on that quote. So you need to take 100% personal ownership of everything you do, because that represents who you are. Your work represents what you feel about the job, what you feel about that customer, what you feel about how you carry yourself and the work that you do. So having pride and taking a personal ownership in your job goes a long way, and it makes that end product, that finished product, speak for itself.
So number 6 is be respectful of everybody. And it goes through every person in the business, everybody that you meet in your personal life and your work life. Everybody's got self-worth. The more respect that you show everybody else, the more respect you're going to get back. So that should be a rule in your life. Like I said, no matter whether you're at work or at home, in your home, out in public. Everybody, like you said, everybody in this world has self-worth. You're no better than anybody else. Every piece is important, every person is important, every job is important. It all goes together to make sure that we win. We win for the customers, and just a crucial piece of the deal.
Number 7 is keep a positive, fun, and professional image. All right. Most of us spend way more than half of our waking hours at work. So why not be in a positive atmosphere, and why not contribute to a positive atmosphere? At Rinderle Door, we love to have a lot of fun. We love to kind of play around with each other, but we also get the work done as well. So it's the professional, fun image. One of the huge things in our early days of Rinderle Door is really subscribing to a positive attitude mentality. And that will get you so far. The attitude that you have in life is going to get you way farther than a lot of different talents that you might have. So when you approach a situation in a positive way and decide that you're going to represent yourself with a smile and represent yourself with a positive aura around you, it infects everybody else, and it creates a really nice atmosphere to work in. One of the things that we do at trade shows is we don't just go out and have a boring trade show where we sit behind a table. We have some fun, we're interactive. We like to have fun with our customers, and we like to meet them on a personal level, because that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with human beings, we're dealing with people, not just pieces and parts and materials. So have some fun, but keep it professional.
So moving on to number 8. Number 8 is work safely, effectively, and efficiently. Those 3 can go together. It's the safety part of it. We want everybody coming home with all their limbs, all their fingers, all their body parts working. So as you go through your day, thinking about what you're going to do before you do it, thinking about the outcome of your actions. You know, and if you have a question, make sure you ask somebody. If you're not sure how to do something safely, make sure you ask somebody. That's crucial. Effectively, that is, you know, we want to get the work done. We want to get stay in the mode, stay in the mood. Make sure you're focusing on what you're doing, and the efficiency part of it. You know, we like to adopt the finish it before you started attitude. So you have that picture of what the outcome's supposed to be in your mind before you finish it. You want to make sure you're heading in the right direction, that you're, it also ties back into the safety part of it. If you know what the outcome is and what you need to get it done, you can make sure that you are doing that safely. You don't run into, we don't want you to, you don't run into those problems. So, your family wants you to be home safe. We want you to, we want you to come home safe. So, they said those 3 things they're tied closely together, but it is possible to make sure that all 3 of those happen on the job.
Number 9 is to create a family culture and an inclusive atmosphere. Again, like we talked about, we're a big work family, and we need to respect each other And we need to know that everybody has a family at home and everybody has things going on in their life outside of work. So family does ranks right up there, one of the top of the list, because that's who we are going to work for, is to provide for our families. So that's in regards to the family at home. Our work family is just creating that kind of culture, creating the kind of culture that you would do the same thing for a coworker that you would do for a brother. You can have some of those same conversations that you might have with a family member with your coworker. Be real with each other and be authentic. Tell them how you're feeling and tell them what's going on in your life so we can share in some of the struggles and in some of the victories that we have. So the inclusive atmosphere is incredibly important. A new employee, a new person that comes into the company is just trying to fit in and trying to see what things are all about. And it's really tough coming into a new atmosphere and not knowing some of the nuances and the way people, the personalities that people have and the different culture that's there. So if you can welcome somebody with open arms and make them feel like they're part of the team, that is going to make them grow like crazy. Because if they're feeling excluded and they're feeling like they don't belong, they're not going to grow and they're going to be closed up and they're not going to share. So be a part of that environment, be a part of creating that type of atmosphere because you would want it as well.
So number 10 is do what's right, which is also our company motto. And number 10, really, it's kind of a repeat. It covers 1 through 9. And what it comes down to is, doing what's right might be staying that extra half hour when you don't really feel like it to make sure the customer is taken care of. It may be help a coworker, whether it's a personal issue or a work issue, whatever it is, putting in that extra time to make sure that they're, that you've helped them out. If you have a question, you're out there, you don't know what to do, run through that 1 to 9 and most likely you'll be able to figure out what the right thing is to do.
The do what's right philosophy is the granddaddy of them all. It is the 3-word philosophy that's been in existence from the inception of this company decades ago. Rick and Marlene, when they started this company, used that particular question for every decision that was made. What's the right thing to do? And when you use that same question, when you're faced with a decision, whether it's relating to a vendor, a coworker, a customer, just how to go about something, you ask, what's the right thing to do? And if you take that answer and that's how you execute and that's how you make your decision, 9 times out of 10, probably 100% of the time, we're going to stand behind you and support that decision. So do what's right.